today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
That's good.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. They'll run on first down with Moss. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 18 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch, because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Jackson on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First down, Miami.
This is Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Breida, the Dolphins.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Brandon Graham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast, They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his throw is incomplete.
The pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run here with Moss. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run with Breda. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Xavier McKinney.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Finds his tight end, Ingram. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 at the 19. Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rashawn Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
To Tevin Coleman. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of
that
1.
last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Number 14.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 54 yards. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And it's up and good. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle ice. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
For a Giants first down.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Cyber, up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied at 14.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant.
Complete to Devontae Parker.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's complete to Parker, left side.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the Giants' 19-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. But
he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
To number 14.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Sam Sloman now for the point after. was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Moss, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
So now on comes the Dolphins offense as he'll try and go for 2 here. They run it with Breida, and this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Sloman sets to kick it off. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Back to throw again. Got a man, Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Seibert on for the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
At their 49-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Jackson's pass.
Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go counter with Breida. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route.
Complete.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Miami.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. 3rd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play.